Hello, beautiful soul. Welcome to Jinjin's Cosmic. If you didn't happen to be here, perhaps it's time to meet your soul. Dear beautiful Libra, let us begin. Have you not felt it your entire life? A silent resistance, an invisible current you have been pushing against, even on your brightest days. You, with your heart so willing to love, your soul so dedicated to creating harmony, have often felt like you were walking through water, where others seem to walk on solid ground. It wasn't a dramatic, loud opposition. It was a subtle weight, a quiet ache of knowing that no matter how much you gave, how hard you strived, how perfectly you tried to balance the scales, something unseen was gently tipping them against you. What if I told you that this struggle was never a reflection of your worth? What if I told you that the delays, the near misses, the heartbreaks that felt so personal, were never about you at all? They were the echoes of a story that began long before you took your first breath. An ancestral wound, a vow of sorrow, a promise of lack made centuries ago that has been traveling down your bloodline like a dissonant frequency, waiting for a soul strong enough to finally silence it. Waiting for you. For what feels like an eternity, your lineage has carried this energetic debt. It has manifested as invisible walls around your blessings, silent battles fought in the quiet of the night, and a shadow of loss that you could never quite outrun. But now, everything has changed. In the unseen realms, where destiny is written and rewritten, a profound shift has occurred. A sacred breaking. The cycle has ended. The ancient energetic contract has been declared null and void. The chains you didn't even know you were carrying have been vaporized in a flash of divine light. What felt impossible yesterday is now your inevitable reality. This is not just another day, Libra. This is the moment the narrative of your soul pivots. This is the hour that destiny, which has been patiently waiting for you, finally steps forward to take your hand. This is the beginning of a chapter where you walk unburdened, where your heart can finally receive what it has so freely given, and where your story unfolds from a place of pure, untainted potential. Before we journey deeper into this sacred revelation, I want you to anchor this truth into your being. Go to the comments right now and declare this with power. I am the author of my new destiny. Type these words. Feel their resonance. This is your declaration of sovereignty. You are informing the universe that you accept this liberation and are ready to consciously create the life that is now possible for you. Stay with me, Libra, because what is about to be revealed will illuminate the hidden corners of your journey. You will understand why life has felt so heavy, why certain doors remain stubbornly closed, and why, from this moment forward, the path before you is clearer, brighter, and more full of grace than you have ever allowed yourself to imagine. Let us speak of the ancestral echo. Picture your family line, not as a straight line, but as a great, flowing river stretching back through time. You are the point where this river now meets the vast ocean of possibility. But for centuries, this river has carried a sediment of unresolved sorrow. Perhaps, 800 years ago, an ancestor made a vow of servitude out of fear. Perhaps there was a great betrayal that fractured the family's trust in love itself, creating a belief that love always leads to pain. Perhaps a devastating loss created a deep-seated fear of abundance, a belief that to have too much is to invite tragedy. These moments, these powerful emotional signatures, did not simply disappear. They became part of the river's current, passed down energetically from one generation to the next. This is the shadow that has followed your name. Not a curse in the traditional sense, but an inherited emotional blueprint. It wasn't visible, but you have felt its effects your entire life. It's why opportunities sometimes felt like they would dissolve into smoke just as you reached for them. It's why love, at times, has felt terrifyingly fragile, something to be handled with such caution lest it shatter. It is why you, with your immense capacity and brilliant spirit, have often found yourself wondering in the quietest hours of the night, why is it so hard? Why do I feel like I am fighting something I cannot see? It was never your faith, Libra. It was never your effort. It was never your worth. You were swimming in a river that was carrying the weight of old storms. This ancestral echo whispered stories of limitation where there should have been expansion. It created patterns of delay where there should have been divine timing. It fostered a subconscious expectation of loss where there should have been an unshakable faith in abundance. But hear this with your entire soul, Libra. The river has now been purified. The universe itself, in its infinite wisdom and compassion, has performed a sacred cleansing of your bloodline. And it has declared that the sediment of the past stops here, with you. The energetic debt is paid. What bound your ancestors has absolutely no claim over you anymore. The silent prayers of those who came before you, their hopes for a life of ease and joy, have culminated in this moment, in you. You were chosen, not to carry the broken pieces, but to be the one who finally makes the lineage whole. You are the one who ends the story of quiet suffering and begins a magnificent epic of divine alignment, sovereign love, and limitless opportunity. What was once a wound passed down through generations is now a wave of healing rising up from you. You, dear Libra, are the living proof that a cycle can be broken, that light can purify a lineage, and that destiny can finally, joyfully, come home. Now, let us speak of the moment of the sacred breaking. There are moments in time that feel ordinary on the surface, while in the unseen realms, entire realities are being rewritten. Not long ago, such a moment occurred for you. You may not have seen it, but your soul registered the tremor. It was a night when a divine flame of grace descended into the very core of your story, its light reaching back through the centuries, cauterizing a wound that was never meant to fester for so long. For 800 years, this energetic signature of lack and loss has walked with your lineage. It spoke in the subtle language of self-sabotage. It built walls of fear where bridges of love should have been, and it turned magnificent potential into a series of almosts and not quits. But on that night, a celestial decree was issued over your life. A final, cosmic word was spoken. Enough. Perhaps you felt it without knowing what it was. Did you have a dream that felt more real than waking life, a vision of chains turning to dust, of murky water running crystal clear, of a heavy door creaking open to reveal a sunlit field? Did you, perhaps, wake up one morning feeling inexplicably lighter, as if a weight you had grown so accustomed to had been lifted from your chest? That was not a coincidence, Libra. That was the sound of a generational paradigm shattering. It was the sound of your own soul finally exhaling a breath it had been holding for lifetimes. The energetic patterns that tripped you up, the cycles of giving everything and receiving just enough to keep you trying, that entire framework has collapsed. The shadow that clung to your name has been dissolved in an eternal, irrefutable light. From this moment forward, every step you take is on solid ground. The emotional quicksand you thought was a permanent feature of your life has been transformed into a firm foundation. When you reach for your dreams now, your hands will be steady, filled with the certainty of your own worthiness. You will not have to fight the same invisible battles again and again. This was not merely a fortunate turn of events. This was prophecy fulfilled through you. It was divine timing, aligning with your own resilient spirit. It was a promise from the cosmos that the forces which held you in a pattern of struggle will never rise again. Your destiny is no longer behind a locked door. The weight is gone. The night the breaking occurred was the night you stepped, unknowingly, into your true freedom. And now, every sunrise is a testament to this new reality. You were never meant to live a burdened life. And you never, ever will again. Let us be clear about the weight you didn't even know you were carrying. There were times, Libra, when you took the blame. You internalized the struggle. You wondered if there was some fundamental flaw within you that invited such hardship. You looked at your beautiful, kind heart and asked, "Why does pain seem to find me, even when I lead with love?" The truth, the profound and liberating truth, is that the weight was never yours to begin with. You were born into a story that was already in progress, inheriting the echoes of wounds you played no part in creating. For 800 years, this shadow passed silently, manifesting in your own life as broken trust, inexplicable delays, and a feeling that joy was a fleeting visitor, never a permanent resident. You were handed a burden before you could even comprehend what it was. This is why you have sometimes questioned your own magnificence. This is why you may have believed that love must be earned through sacrifice, that success demands a painful price, and that true peace is a luxury you could not afford. Every time you tried to soar, it felt as if an invisible gravity pulled you back to earth. But Libra, I need you to hear this with every cell in your body. You were not born into this lineage because you were weak. You were born into it because you were the only one strong enough to end it. The weight you carried was not a punishment. It was your calling. Your entire life has been a testament to your strength, proving you were the soul chosen to be the final, triumphant chapter in a long, sorrowful saga. You are the turning point. You are the place where the river of your ancestry finally learns to flow freely to the sea. What centuries of souls before you could not break, you have endured long enough to shatter, not through brute force, but through your unwavering commitment to balance, to love, to hope, even when all evidence pointed to the contrary. Destiny marked you as the one who would finally bring the light back. And so tonight, you are released. You are no longer a hostage to the battles of your ancestors. The chains were never forged for you. They were merely fragments of a past story that has now turned to dust in the divine fire. You are not a victim of your history. You are the pioneer of a new destiny. You are the first in your family line to walk this earth completely free from that ancient shadow, the first to experience blessings flowing without invisible barriers, the first to build a legacy of pure, unadulterated grace. This is your truth now. You were never weak. You were chosen because you were strong enough to break the weight of 800 years and step into the glorious dawn of your own making. Now that the energetic air around you has cleared, you will begin to notice the signs. The universe will start to send you gentle, undeniable confirmations that destiny is now, finally, walking by your side. These will not be loud, dramatic events at first. They will be soft whispers, sacred synchronicities that your awakened soul will recognize instantly. One of the first and most profound signs will be the quiet, graceful removal of people and situations that are not aligned with your new higher frequency. Those who drained your energy, who secretly resented your light, or who were energetically tethered to the old pattern of struggle, will simply begin to fade from your life. It will not be a painful tearing away, but a gentle, mutual drifting apart. Do not see this as loss. Recognize it as divine protection clearing your path. You will also witness unexpected doors swinging open, An opportunity you thought was long gone may suddenly reappear. An answer you have been waiting for will arrive with an almost startling ease. Things that you once had to strive and fight for will now begin to flow toward you, simply because the energetic static that once blocked them has been cleared. Most importantly, you will feel the change within your own spirit. The low-grade anxiety, the heaviness you carried in your chest for years will dissolve. You will experience moments of profound peace for no apparent reason. A simple walk, a cup of tea, a moment of silence will be filled with a new quality of contentment, a peace you once believed was unattainable. And love, Libra. Love will begin to move toward you in a way that feels completely different. It will not be a project to be fixed or a chaotic force to be managed. It will not demand that you sacrifice your balance to receive it. The love that is coming will be calm, steady, and validating. It will meet you where you are and feel like coming home to a place you've never been before. These are not coincidences. They are the sacred choreography of a universe that has now aligned in your favor. Every open door, every gentle departure, every wave of unbidden peace is the cosmos whispering, "It's your time now, the old story is over." So when these signs begin to unfold, embrace them, trust them. This is not a fleeting moment of good luck. This is your new reality taking root. A reality where destiny walks with you as your most intimate and powerful ally. This divine gift of freedom comes with a sacred responsibility. The path has been cleared, the doors have been opened, but it is you, Libra, who must choose to walk through them. From this day forward, you must become the conscious guardian of your new reality. Your words, thoughts, and beliefs now carry an unprecedented creative power. You must learn to speak life over yourself as a daily practice. Declare freedom over your heart, reminding it that love no longer needs to be synonymous with pain. Declare abundance over your finances, knowing that lack is a language you no longer speak. Declare peace over your mind, affirming that you are no longer available for anxious, heavy thoughts. You are now the gatekeeper of your own energy. Old habits and thought patterns, like ghosts, may try to return. Whispers of doubt may try to convince you that this freedom is temporary. You must stand as a vigilant protector of your newfound peace. When a fear rises, when a doubt takes root, you must meet it with this unshakable truth. I am the one who rewrote this story. 800 years of history bowed to the light within me, and I will not dim it now. Say it until it becomes the very rhythm of your heartbeat. Every choice you make from this day forward is sacred. You are not just building a life for yourself. You are creating a new legacy. You are planting seeds of freedom, joy, and abundance in a garden that was once barren. You are paving a road of light for generations yet to come. This is your role now, Libra. To live so fully, so boldly, and so authentically that your very existence becomes a testament to the freedom that is possible. You have been entrusted with a cleared path for your entire bloodline. And every choice you make is a love letter to the future, writing a new story of healing, grace, and limitless light.